Good morning, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, Ike and I, and we have a helper, Steven. We moved the cows, and we were just talking a little bit about, I get the comment a lot of times, people just don't have time to move their cows and put up a wire. What's your reply to that?
Well, as you saw too earlier, Greg, I think you mentioned you had time. Me and our helper, Steve, today, we just moved about 300 head of cattle in under 5 minutes, pulling up the front fence with our step-ins and our poly wire. I mean, it takes no time at all. You've made the comment previously of a lot of these people are talking about how they got to make hay on their grass that's growing up and don't have time to move a fence. I mean, 5-10 minutes out of your day to go out, walk along your animals for a little bit and pull this front fence up and move them. There's no substitute. I mean, take 5 or 10 minutes out of anything in your day and substitute go and move your cattle, and you're going to have such better benefits. You're putting 2, 3, maybe 4 pounds of gain on them. If you got great pastures, you just manage your time better a little bit. There's really kind of no excuses for
I like the comment you made a while ago. It's not like you're busting rocks out there.
No. I mean, if you can walk, you can hold some step-ins, your posts and your reel, you're off to the races. It's not labor intensive. You get out, you get some fresh air, a little bit of exercise. I can't think of anything better. It's a blast. Well, you get to see these animals.
I'm just going to do a panoramic of what we did here. Some of the cows, you can already see the top of their backs. But there's so if you do the math on it, Ike, if you're gaining, let's just say, keep the numbers round, 300 head, and let's say you're moving them twice a day like we are, this type of grazing, we're probably putting around 3 pounds a day gain on them.
Yeah.
So 3 pounds, and if you sold that pounds for $2 a pound, that's $6 a head, times 300. I'm not a rocket scientist, but I believe that's $1,800.
For 5 to 10 minutes of your work a day. I don't know about many jobs right now, but that's hard to beat for an hourly wage.
Well, tell you, that's better than lawyer or attorney fees, It's like, man. And the animals, if we were just making a comment coming up this hill, we were all on the floor, we moved the mineral, and we're looking at the animals, how healthy they are. They're just getting fat.
They are.
And they're slicking off, and I don't hear anything in here bawling, do you?
No, not a peep. The calves are just exploding with growth too, putting on great weight because this milk, these mama cows are producing it, and our older calves are starting to munch.
Yep.
They'll walk through the mob and see them starting to chew, especially on some of that gamma grass. They get some of that in their mouth, like, oh, okay. Yeah. I know why mom likes this so much.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things that people are a little bit freaked out about is, well, we got to round up some help. We got to get the dogs to chase the cattle. You got to get some people on horseback, with the lassos and the hollering and the whooping. I didn't hear you and Steven doing any hollering and whooping.
Not a peep. Nope. Most of the cows are, when they get used to these daily moves, are so used to it. You get your front fence set up, you take a nice walk through, check out your mob. They'll start to follow you sometimes. You're like, oh, okay, he's got a new buffet getting ready for us. They'll follow you right up to the reel. You start pulling that reel back, they're off to the races,
you
moving
just
themselves.
got to get out of their way.
Yep. They'll pull it up and you're done.
So you're telling me if we hadn't been anybody else here this morning, you could have came over here and moved these by yourself?
Absolutely.
No problems?
No problem whatsoever. Yep, going, tuck the wire up, come back and take the posts up, and you're done.
And you could have walked down and done that. You wouldn't even need a four-wheeler to do that.
No equipment. I mean, you do one pass with your
There's
reel.
your equipment right there.
Yeah, you get yourself some muck boots. That's about it. Take your reel, undo your reel, set it down at one end, and then come back and get your posts.
Yeah.
Put your reel in your pocket and walk with it if you can.
I was just looking, we've been videoing here, I almost feel like I need safety glasses. These tree swallows are coming by, and one came by your head a while ago. I thought he was going to hit you. There comes another one. I love that. It seems like every time we move the cows, they're a lot more active.
Yep.
They're stirring up a lot of the flies and stuff in the forage. And people say, well, Greg, what do you use for fly control? And we tell people we've got 450 tree swallow houses up. Folks, we didn't see a tree swallow. I never saw a single tree swallow in my entire life. I didn't even know what they were until I put up I think I put up 10 houses, and on the second day they just appeared. So if you build it, they will come, but make sure before you build it, I'm gonna give a disclaimer here, go to the internet, Google tree swallow home nesting range. Make sure that you are in the range. If you're out in Arizona, you're gonna be mad at me. You put up, 100 houses, you never see a swallow come because you're not in their nesting area. So there is a range. They do migrate every year. They go back to South America, and they just do great. So, yeah.
I mean, even over on the bulls paddock, when we did a bull move the other day, you could just see the increase in swallow activity. Yeah, they're flying. We're pulling the reel up. They're darting past your head, getting after those flies. It's amazing.
It is. It is. Well, we've got several bulls over here on this side of this wire right here. We got customers coming to get those that didn't come yesterday, the bull day. I don't see them doing anything, do you? They're not bellowing. I mean, they got all these cows right next to them. And the bulls are just over there checking it out. They're just grazing, hanging out.
Not even testing the fence?
Not testing the fence. Well, part of that might be that fence has got 6,500 volts in it.
And a little bit of a deterrent.
Yeah, and the ground's a little bit damp too. Yep. I'm gonna thank you, Ike, for that talk on moving cattle, and sorry your pants got all wet this morning.
Oh, that's fine.
But that's just part of moving cows. I'm gonna do just a real quick walk around and show you what they're eating here this morning. We've got a lot of diversity here. This is curly dock. It's got the curly leaves on it. They really like that one. We used to call this tobacco plant as kids. It gets dry in the summer, and us little kids, we had a little corn cob pipe, and well, you could put that in there. You were being bad when you did that. Of course, there's fescue, there's bluegrass, there's orchard grass, there's the white clover. Oh, you know what? That's alsike. I'll be darned. We got some alsike clover in here too. There's daisies. Got some beautiful wildflowers here. I'll just be quiet a minute. Listen to the cows. So the cows, you notice some of them have seed heads sticking out of their mouth. They're eating these seed heads. Now, it's not pure seed heads. They're getting some clover mixed in there. They're getting some of the dock mixed in there. They're getting a little bit of orchard grass. And here's a vine. This is morning glory. Well, they're gonna nail that. I promise you that won't be there tonight. Morning glory's all in here. Oh, that's a pretty cow. She's really slicked off for the second day of July. She looks really nice. That's an 8, so she's a 2018 model. 4-year-old. Holds in good condition, got a nice calf on her. Oh, look at this one over here. Man. Well, if you could grow a bunch like that, you'd be on easy street. Look at her. Wow. Just a pretty heifer. Super pretty heifer. There's another one right beside her. There's a yearling heifer. Oh, that's the one I was wanting to show you. Check this one out. So this one just turned a year old. And we turned the bulls in here in July. So that's the 89th calf born in 2021. Isn't she a beaut? She keeps looking at that tank over there. That's the tank we put the water in for the bulls yesterday when we sold them all. That's just a pretty heifer. Man. Hard to build them any prettier than that. And that cow's got all this grass, and look at her. She's eating the leaves off of that ash tree. So leaves can make some pretty good forage. That's why we're excited about silvopasture, creating more of it. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, folks, and we'll see you all down the road. Hit that subscribe button on the way out, and everyone have a great day.